The latest episode of the Joe Rogan Experience with comedian and frequent Kill Tony regular James McCann is one of those conversations that quietly reveals how far the media landscape has drifted apart. On the surface, it's a loose, wide-ranging chat, comedy, politics, corruption, culture, but running through it is a familiar Rogan obsession. The idea that legacy media is not just outdated, but fundamentally dishonest. That tension really comes to a head when Joe Rogan starts roasting Stephen Colbert. The critique isn't personal in the traditional sense. Rogan isn't calling Colbert untalented or unintelligent. Instead, he's attacking the format Colbert represents.
There is a sense in people who have got like a very big education and have gone through the whatever system you have to jump through to get to an elite legacy thing, is that most people are too stupid to have like an open and honest conversation with. And that if stupid people like you, then that's a problem. That's how they're viewing the world, and that there's like...
Well, they're also viewing the world in that they're protecting people from opinions they don't agree with. Even though they listen to those opinions, it has no effect on their position. They keep the same position. But they're worried that people dumber than them. It's a very condescending thought process.
To think that you're the only open-minded person.
Right. And not only that, and people that are dumber, which is most people, you're going to fall into the trap of what this person's saying that I don't agree with.
And there's,
Yeah.
And that the only way to get people to listen to you is to like spin lies. Like you can't just be honest.
Exactly.
Which is what I think the podcasting thing is. It's what it is. You can't really put on a facade for 3 hours talking to somebody.
Maybe you can.
I think that might be who he is at this point.
Yeah, he is definitely that. Well, that's why I wanted to do a podcast with him. So you could say 3 hours. By the way, no questions beforehand, no prep, didn't pee, sat there for 3 hours. He's almost 80. Like, if he was wearing a diaper, respect. But the guy just fucking hung out for 3 hours. Does that mean I agree with everything he does? Fuck no. Of course not.
But he was able to be himself for 3. He was able to talk for 3 hours. Whereas Kamala wouldn't do it.
Well,
she wouldn't do
it. She could have done it. I'm telling you, man.
I watched her for 6 minutes on Stephen Colbert, and I don't think she could do it.
It's different. He's kind of being like an interviewer, right?
Yeah.
He's in this weird position where he's at a desk. The desk is beside you for some reason, because that's how they always used to do it. So these fucking uncreative people just do it the exact same way, always. It doesn't make any sense. Why does he have a desk? Is he writing? What does he have?
Yeah.
Does he have pens in the drawer? Like, what are we doing here?
For Rogan, that setup symbolizes something bigger. Performance over honesty. He argues that once you put a conversation in front of a live audience, it stops being a conversation at all. People start playing to reactions instead of ideas. Laughter cues shape opinions. Pauses become calculated. The exchange turns into something closer to a sketch or a mini reality show than a genuine attempt to understand another person. He points to extended sit-downs, even with elderly political figures, as proof that time exposes character. You can't hide behind sound bites when the conversation stretches on. 7 minutes, Rogan jokes, wouldn't even be enough for him to find out what someone likes to cook, let alone how they think about power, regret, or money. That idea feeds into the broader political discussion in the episode. Rogan and McCann talk about how American politics has shifted from something tightly manufactured into something far messier and more openly chaotic.
The right used to have this as well, and both sides of politics had it. And I remember there was like Howard Dean, I think it was, did a weird scream.
Yeah, one
time,
scream.
and the whole thing fell apart. And that really stayed with me. That I remember watching politics, and there was some sense of like everything is very manufactured, and if you make a single mistake, oh my God, you're going to lose the primary, it's all over. And Trump destroyed that with the Republicans, where it all became we've just got to like hang out and talk, and everyone got very loosey-goosey on the right.
Yeah.
And the Democrats have not adjusted to that and had their... Like Bernie could do it. They just froze Bernie out, and they did everything they could to stop him coming through.
Right, like Marjorie Taylor Greene. You could not have a person like that before Trump. There's no way. There's no way.
I mean, you can't have her with... She's gone.
She's
right?
gone now.
She's gone.
But she wouldn't have existed without him. Like that sort of brash, crazy personality, that had not existed in a congressperson.
And there will be someone on the left who can do that.
Jasmine Crockett. She's doing that.
Man, maybe.
She gets aggressive and loud, and they get crazy with each other. Listen, it's a reality show
her.
now.
I know people don't like her. I think she's hip. She would maybe come on the show.
Okay.
Have you invited her to come on the show?
No.
I'm too scared to have me on the show.
I think a lot of them
come up
are
with rhymes about
probably
you?
very nice people. Very nice people. And this is not an attack on any individuals. I think that system turns you into a sociopath.
From there, the conversation drifts into corruption, and Rogan is clearly animated. He talks about how a system that pays politicians relatively modest salaries somehow produces multimillionaires at alarming speed. Stock trading, insider timing, special interest money. It all feeds his belief that American governance doesn't just tolerate sociopathic behavior, it actively rewards it. Politics, in this framing, isn't broken by accident. It's structured in a way that turns normal people into something colder and more self-serving. He references philosophical warnings about totalitarianism, acknowledging that the only guaranteed way to eliminate corruption would also destroy freedom. It's a rare moment where Rogan doesn't offer certainty, just a bleak assessment.
I'm trying to remember who said it. There was some line that someone said about like you can sort of believe what you want in American politics and you'll get rich for it. Like no matter what you actually believe, there's a group out there who are going to get you rich for having a belief in it. Like if it's the environmental people, if it's the fossil fuel people.
Right.
I mean, there would be varying scales of it. But also you can fix this. Like there are ways to
fix the money in politics?
I've been reading a lot about Lee Kuan Yew.
Who's that?
He was the sort of the dictator of Singapore. They might not like that. Because he won.
Don't go there.
He won elections, but Singapore is like a single party state.
Oh, so it's like when Putin wins.
I don't want to get in trouble with the people of Singapore.
Listen,
but it is notable that one party wins every single time, and they don't primary, and they win almost all the seats, and they are really popular. But he brought in like canings, and he got drugs out of the country, and he started paying the politicians a lot. Like if you're a politician in Singapore, you get a huge salary. But you are not to ever be corrupt. Like, you're meant to have enough money that they can't really buy you. And that might be the only way. Because if you have, you know, what are they earning? $170,000 something a year to be a congressperson. If they are making $3 million a year, and the punishment for taking money from anybody else or from getting a stock, you know, maybe you can't own stocks, but we give you $3 million a year.
Right.
Then at least you can't be swayed. Like, you're taking a lot of tax money to do the job. But at least there's some insulation on someone being able to go, I want you to vote this way.
I think if you have a totalitarian dictatorship, you could probably pull that off because if the politician is bad, you can shoot him.
Yes.
The problem in America, if you have $3 million and you know a guy who's got $50 million, you feel poor because we're retarded.
Whether you agree with Rogan or not, the episode makes one thing clear. This isn't really about Stephen Colbert. Colbert is just a symbol. A stand-in for a media world Rogan believes is clinging to props, scripts, and polite allusions while pretending it still controls the narrative. In judging by the size of Rogan's audience and the growing distrust of traditional formats, it's a narrative that's slipping further out of legacy media's hands every year. By the end of the episode, what lingers isn't the roast itself, but the divide it represents. Two ways of speaking to the public, two definitions of honesty, and a growing sense that they're no longer even trying to coexist.